Hey guys, this is Jacob Fabizak. My topic is the 1956 Constitution of Pakistan, what it was like, and why it took so long to become law. So this constitution had 234 articles and was divided into 13 parts and 6 schedules. And the characteristics of this constitution were that Pakistan was declared as an Islamic republic. Only a Muslim could be the president of the country, and they had to be 40 years old, and they had a term of 5 years and could only be reelected once. And the foreign relations for the country was supposed to be focused on remaining on good terms with the other Muslim countries in the area, and it was to be a democratic state based on Muslim principles. The Constitution was a written constitution, and it was flexible in the way that it could be amended by a two-thirds vote from the National Assembly, which was their parliament, and the Constitution also set up the National Assembly as a group that was supposed to consist of 300 members and was supposed to be divided equally between East and West Pakistan, to try and give equal representation to both halves of the country. And the National Assembly was supposed to meet at least twice a year, and one session had to be held at Dhaka. And the Constitution also stated that no law could be passed against the teachings of the Quran and Sunnah. And with this constitution, it instituted less provincial autonomy, which prior to this constitution, all of the provinces had their own forms of, not necessarily forms of government, but their own way of making laws and carrying out justice in each province. So why did this take so long to become law? There was a quote from one of my sources where it said it took 3 governor generals, 4 prime ministers, 2 constituent assemblies, and 9 years of protracted constitution making to produce the first constitution in 1956. And it took this long, or that long, to create this constitution because of the division of the opinion between both halves of the country and simply the division of the country itself. It seemed to be that there was a lack of communication within the country between the East and West Pakistan as to what the Constitution should have included and how they wanted it to be formed and how they wanted their government to look like afterwards. The East Pakistan members of parliament and the members of the political parties, even on the day that the Constitution was adopted, reject passing the Constitution. And I feel like this was a key point in their minds, at least, that made them not really want to be a part of Pakistan. And I'll go into it a little bit more in the next slide. The main reasons for why the citizens of East Pakistan were so against this constitution was that they resented that their language, Bengali, was not accepted as an official language of the country, and they felt that the bureaucracy of this government was dominated by non-Bengalis, and they didn't like that all of their provincial functions and the revenue that they were generating in East Pakistan were going straight to the central government because they felt that they weren't being able to implement change in their own towns and their own neighborhoods, and they felt that their views weren't being respected in government, and they felt that they wanted more of the power to remain at the provincial level. These These are my references for the presentation. I really hope that you guys liked this presentation and that you were able to learn more about the history of Pakistan through it.